If you've been following this channel for any length of time, you know that we did a series looking at the stations on the Bristol Gloucester Railway down as far as Yate. Some of the stations are still in use, some were left derelict, and some are gone altogether. But I think there's one that we perhaps could have included, which was the Berkeley Station. It's off on the Sharpness line. We did the Berkeley Road Station, but not the Berkeley one. Let's go take a look. This entrance then leads to our adventure for today, the railway station. And with noisy works going on up here. This next clue, a rather battered rail bridge. Twin arch, no less. In all fairness, it's a fairly low arch, isn't it? A wide span, so you can see why you get a little bit of problems, such as that. When you swing back, the second arch is a skew arch. Wonderful. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Straight there and a skew there. Some wonderful workmanship. Actually, when you look carefully at it, it skews in both directions. So that skews to the right, that to the left. I only picked that up because of the sloping brickwork. Well, that might explain why the arch then is so low on this side. Had some remedial work on it too. And to the side a large retaining wall. In fact, it's quite deep over here, and the arch lets a stream or a river go through. Got to be a stream, isn't it? And out the other side is another railway structure. That's got to be railway. Let's have a look. Well, I'm hoping that takes us so we can have a look at that bridge, whatever. Then peering carefully over the gate, a rather curiously positioned sign. Yeah. Hee. Through there is the bridge. Take a closer look. It says footbridge on the map, and I was wondering whether it's a council footbridge or a railway footbridge. If it's council, it's built for the shorter lifespan. Railway built it, it's here to stay. Got a few strengthening plates on the join and riveted together. Looking carefully in some places, you can still see remains of the bitumen that they would have painted it with when it was all live. The bitumen on these panels hasn't weathered off yet. I wonder if that was done when it was built or if it had been topped up since. Is that 200 years old? I don't think it is that old, is it? Right. Ah. Oh. Network Rail still taking care of it. The footpath wanders off into the fields. We can pick that up from the other side, as it were. And our bridge looking rather magnificent. Wow. 5 courses on the arch. That's a tunnel strengthening. Standard railway, I guess. This is the bridge arch then on the other side. In need of a little bit of remedial work, you'd have to say. And of course, the inevitable Budleer. Well, that's a good start. Let's hope the rest of it lives up to the same standard. Right, so on to the main event then. This is the entrance that we're interested in then. And you can already see a few items of interest. No, not the wheelie bin. There you go. original fencing, do you think? It's the right design. Wow, look at this old beast laid to rest down here. Gosh, there must have been a big gate on there. And we got reinforcements running through it as well. One good gate post. So this then is the site of the Berkeley Road Station. Remember those words, site of? They'll come in useful in a minute. So this isn't Berkeley Road, we've been there, that's up near Dursley. This isn't much nearer to any housing than that one is. Berkeley must be a couple of miles from here, mile and a half, a couple of miles. As is the railway's want, but anyway, this is their station, so we'll see what we got. Spear point fencing. Coming up on our right, there's a possible way station, do you think? Some sort of goods work, without a doubt. In need of a bit of TLC. Old ticket office. Get your weighing receipt. Then on this side, with magnificent brickwork under the eaves, we have that. Some lovely detail on there. Not only decorative below the eaves, but look at that lintel. Quite a large car park area. Then as we get down the far end, there's this facility here, complete with its own siding. And that is where the nuclear flasks would have been transferred from road to rail, and possibly back again with empties. There's some sort of works going on down here, so chances for sneakiness are a bit reduced. These are the folk responsible for the restoration attempt. I spoke to them a while ago and they were very positive about their ability to get this up and running. They're working with Network Rail to take over the siding. Piles of reclaimed stones. Here off to the side, under the spreading apple tree, an area of interest. No idea what it is, but it's on the side of the car park. Could have been a loading bay. We have a railway signal. I find this slightly amusing. Some very good security fencing there, all round, and a gate that anybody can go through. A bit pointless. So the main feature then, the site of Berkeley Station. Ta-da! Well, I did say site of. Remind you what the original looked like, with the station house in the background. Quite what and where, I think they're still trying to work that out. Looks like an original wall surrounding that garden. Otherwise it's borrowed railway parts, I suppose. As the site gets built up more, I suppose everything will be revealed. Oh, they're making an effort to beautify the place. Rather good to see. Now we're going to breach the high security fencing. By pushing through the gate. The rebuild over here has got that far. This is the ramp then, with original bricks leading up to the platform. On the other side of the path Here's another structure. Signal box. Stop, look, listen. Right, that is supposed signal box. And on down there, bits and pieces. Then there, the platform. We've got a gate post in situ and a tarmac platform. Would that be right? A different angle on the restoration. Access to the platform from there. All part of the structure. There's a wall there. Blue brick flooring there. A jumble. Well, pays your money, takes your choice. That's a lucky find. Look, they've got some bricks, decorative bricks, to go over the lintel and underneath the roof, and some roof tiles too they've managed to salvage. It's not good. And then down here is the platform end, I guess. Again with blue brick. I'll have my course here at my own risk. Should you feel tempted to have a go at it, this is at your own risk. Should you pass a barrier, and perhaps you shouldn't, then it's all on you. Break your leg, hard luck. Oh, gate post. There's a hinge. It's a day or two since anything swung on that one, I fancy. Looking down the track towards Sharpness, there's the parapet of the bridge that we were looking at. There's a whole array of different rail chairs here, and blocks of wood supporting the rail there. Crikey, doesn't look in very good condition. Still, it's only nuclear flask that they bring down here, so nothing important. TWL, anybody? Good old GKN. 9:46. Wow. Seen some action. I was here about a week ago and these rails were solid rust. I think something's been over them since then. On our right is what looks like a platform edge, and that lines up with that strange area that we saw outside. Could be then. It's set back in though from the main rail. Perhaps it was the siding. That's looking towards Sharpness again, and our supposed signal box. Somebody will let us know without a doubt. Right, now we're going back in through the security gate and going for a wander. Testing in progress. Health and safety. I think we're on track. That seems to suggest we are. Here we have that, look. Isn't that wonderful? Did we ever find out how many arches a bridge has to have before it's a viaduct? I don't think we ever did. I'll leave that one up to you then. Farm track on the left, then the stream, and a farm track on the right. Busy old bridge, viaduct, whatever. You have to say it's in pretty good condition. Not much sign of recent repair. Bit of pointing here and there, that's about it. A 4-course arch. Drain hole for the track bed. Looks like they might have done some repairs there. Red brick. Sacrilege. Cheaper though. The gate post under here has seen some action. Used to be a telegraph pole once upon a time. A few generations have worked on this, I imagine. It almost looks a square section, which it can't be. Okay, onward. I'm hoping there's a way around this way. Don't really want to go back the same way I came. Let's have a look. Now we're on the darker side, as it were. Still think it's impressive. Nice day for it though. 29 degrees isn't my idea of fun, I have to say. But there's been a fair bit of shade about, so not too bad now. There's a path heads that way, which is back the way we came, on the other side of the hedge. Give it a shot. Oh, a nice day to be out here in the wilds. Not a cloud in the sky. The maze is coming on nicely. And we're just tramping along in the shade, fortunately. That was a good move. Well, there you go. There's a little ramble. We're nearly back at the station now, or the site of. I did say site of, didn't I? I thought it was worth a look. I hope you enjoyed the walk. If you did, plenty more on my channel, Parkinson's Walks. Go take a look. And maybe I'll catch you on the next one.